Good evening. 175 for 6 is what India has managed. It's a scorecard in reverse order because usually in T20 cricket you get majority of your runs from the top order. It's the lower order that just contributes with a cameo here and there. But it's a reverse order because your highest run scorer is someone who was batting at number 6 and the rest of your batters who've really chipped in have been number 4, 5 and 6 effectively. Your top order didn't really do well. Dare I even say the lower order, and I'm going to put numbers 7 and 8 in the lower order, probably have underachieved as to what you really needed to do at that particular position. In the end, India's got 175 for 6. Remember, they lost the toss and had been put into bat. What do you make of this total? I don't know which way to go with this one.
You know, considering at one point you were 78 for 4, I'll take 175 for 6.
Sure.
Having said that, is this going to be a total that they'll be able to defend easily? No. I don't think so, because I think South Africa, knowing the total, will look to go hard early. They will look to ensure that they get some good runs in the power play. For all you know, due factor might kick in, might make batting much easier than it was in the first innings. So I'm not sure. I think I'd have been looking at anything around the 190 mark to be even thinking of remotely being safe. So I think they're about 15 runs under par, honestly. I think
Okay.
I'm a bit on the edge as well with 175. Yes, there was a saving act from Hardik Pandya. He really saved the day for the Indian team. 175 looks okay, but given historically how Cuttack has been, there has to be presence of dew as well. It will only make life very difficult for the Indian bowlers. So I'm not too sure if 175 might really suffice here for the home team. So I'm pretty much on the edge. It's not a huge paucity of runs that I see for India right now, but it doesn't feel satisfactory as well. So a little 50-50 at the moment.
50-50. Not Shane saying 15 runs short.
I'll say 52-48, something like that.
In South Africa's favour.
Yeah, in South Africa's favour.
Yeah, I mean, under normal circumstances and the way T20 cricket is played, I don't think 175 for 6 is a total that will give you any sort of confidence. But the only reason which gives me some sort of confidence, despite the fact that South Africa have a wonderful batting lineup, and I understand that there's going to be a lot of dew as well, which will play its role. It's not going to be easy for the Indian bowlers to bowl. Having said that, I'm still putting it at 50-50 dead heat. I'll tell you why, and that's I've counted the advantages that South Africa have, but the one thing that kind of gives me hope is the man that you see on your screen. It's Jasprit Bumrah. He's coming back. I'm glad that they've played Arshdeep, which is much needed, and the fact that the whole bowling lineup, and that includes a Varun Chakravarti there as well, who I know can do a lot of damage. So this is a bowling lineup that I think can trouble. Of course, you have other options in a Shivam Dube. There's of course Akshar Patel that you have that you can go to. That still can be a weak link, I think, and that is going to be crucial in deciding whether India end up winning this match or not. I think it's the role of that fifth bowler, so to say. But I think between a Hardik, Bumrah, Varun, Arshdeep,
Job should be done. 16 overs, those 16 overs give you enough confidence.
Yeah. Hardik also can be expensive on certain days, you know that. But I know he also has a knack of picking wickets. So I'm carrying that. So with him, I'm 3 match-winning bowlers I definitely have. Arshdeep, Bumrah and a Varun Chakravarti. Hardik, who's good enough on a day to win you games, can be expensive certain days. And then that fifth bowler is the worrying part for me. So it'll have to be like, if I was South Africa right now, I'd be like, don't want to be adventurous with Jasprit Bumrah. Play his overs out, 6 and over, good enough. I'm going to do a raid on the fifth bowler today. I'm going to go after him.
Combined Akshar and Dube, I think will be the 2 bowlers who they'll absolutely go after. Go hell for leather.
That's how it should be. Though, having said that, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That could be South Africa's plan, and I think if they play according to that plan, then with the total that India have, despite the fact that India have a Varun and a Jasprit and a Arshdeep, South Africa should win. But then the rider here is the one that we're not really looking as match-winning bowlers, let's say a Hardik. it could be that Hardik day. 2, Shivam Dube, the version of Shivam Dube we've seen with the ball has been quite refreshing. I don't know, I still haven't seen enough to really have full faith in him. But what if it's a day that Shivam Dube, does the job for you, like he did in the final of that Asia Cup? Then it's not going to be that easy.
I won't be surprised. I remember in that Asia Cup as well, on a couple of occasions when the wicket was a bit sticky, which this one also looks to me. I remember, I think it was the first or the second match that India had played. It was against the UAE, if I'm not wrong, where even Jasprit Bumrah was hit for a couple of sixes. I remember it was Shivam Dube ended up picking up wickets for you. At times the ball stayed low, at times he was sharp enough to take the pace off the ball. On the sticky wicket, I don't know at what point India will go to him. I think perhaps only in the second half of their innings will India turn to a Shivam Dube, just because he is, I think, in the larger scheme of things, for part of your plan as well. And on a rainy day, you may just need his services.
No, you will have to use him, because I'll tell you have 4 bowlers who will do your full quota.
Yeah, so maybe 2
I don't know whether you're going to give Akshar full 4 overs. It'll depend.
No, it'll be 2 to 3, I think, at best.
3-1.
Yeah, 3-1, and it depends on if one of them has a bad day. So if Varun gets hit for big runs in his first, if Dube gets hit for big runs in his first over, then I don't think you're seeing him. Then you might just be compelled to bowl an Akshar for a third, or vice versa. What if Akshar gets hit for big runs? Then you might just go to Dube and say, you know what, mid, come on, roll your arm over one more time.
Ball, there is a chance that you might, I don't know, I'm saying now, it's a big call to take, because Akshar's still a regular bowler who's played as a bowler in the longest format also. For me to say this might sound surprising, but if there is indeed a lot of dew, I wouldn't mind looking at a Dube as my 5th bowler than Akshar.
Correct.
And then Akshar being the 6th option who covers up if Dube doesn't have a good time. But word on India's batting, the top order, I'm sure, because that's the one thing that we kept talking about. I think the 3 big talking points before this game started for us was Hardik Pandya, Shubman Gill, Suryakumar Yadav. We'll get to Hardik. Shubman Gill, Suryakumar Yadav.
I'm only afraid of one thing, that we'll have to keep it as short as their innings were right now, because we don't have that much time.
No,
but
go on.
Quick word. No, I think
we can go on.
The conversation around the way that the top order performed could be the size of Hardik Pandya's knock today, but in also the show that is going to be Hardik Pandya innings sized for us as well. So we'll wait it out for another 90-100 minutes. Very quickly, disappointing again from both who form the leadership group at the moment of this Indian team. Under the cosh, the opposite of what exactly the expectation was. Both getting out, I would rather say, in similar fashion, where the bowler just outfoxes and both were just not able to read the pace off the deck as far as their dismissals is concerned, and pressure mounts on both.
See, with both of them, what are the 2 major talking points? With Gill, you were saying, I'm not questioning his intent, I want to see runs. I'll again not question his intent, but he didn't get runs. With Sky also, I know people have been saying he's great reading, but there have been times when he's gotten something saying, I recognize the player. Again, though, he needs that 1 or 2 kind of those decentish size innings. I'm not even saying big hundreds, but get a quick fire 40, 50 something. Looked on course for it today again, then got slowed down, then got out. The same question marks are still there, and that's what worries me. It's the same record on repeat sort of a thing.
Yeah, I mean, Sky, I think, was looking good.
He was. The couple of shots he played, you're like, okay, that's vintage Sky. Yeah. Then he got out that way, and you're like, oh, that's Sky of 2025.
See, I mean, again, I'm also okay with the kind of approach the Indian team has, and so there will be situations where you will get out early, and that's something that Suryakumar Yadav made very clear. Just that what you would want from him is that in this sort of a template where you will play risky strokes, there should be, like, your bad knock should be interspersed with a few match-winning totals here and there. So if that keeps happening, then that's not an issue. The problem is when you have a consistent string of performances which aren't.
Yeah, I remember us talking about how his form was during the Asia Cup, and we were all like, okay, as long as team's doing well.
He had a 50, if I'm not mistaken. One
Asia Cup?
May have had one good knock.
Just one again. Yeah. At the end of the day, I think his average is below 15-20 at the moment in this calendar year.
28, if I'm not mistaken.
And the strike rate's also far off.
T20 cricket 28 I'll take.
No, actually it wasn't 28, sorry, it was 15. He's right.
15. 28 strike rate's also
28 is still fine.
Yeah, in T20 cricket, if you're going at 200 strike rate. I'll take a batter who gets
No, it was the strike rate was 120. Yeah? That's the mix up that I was having in my head.
28 strike rate.
And that's
but that also has a lot to do with the Asia Cup where the pitch is
Sluggish knocks. Yeah.
So again, see, we've been cutting him a lot of slack. Leadership, this, that, whatever winning formula you have, you've been leading the team and you've not lost a single series. But as a batter, there's only a certain point till which you'll be cut slack. Asia Cup was tournament gone. Bilateral series before the Asia Cup, also you swept under the carpet. Then you were looking at those 5 matches in Australia. There also nothing came. And now this first match, there has to be, the brim, you've reached the brim in many ways. There's only so much water. You're only leaving scope for droplets now. And with the T20 World Cup now staring at you, it's high time. I know there won't be any change that will be made, but for his own good, this time just slipping away and there's just 9 matches left now.
change though, I don't know. There will be no change for Shubman Gill also. I mean, Sken had a knock which really hasn't done well. What we're going to do in the post-match, maybe get out some data. Let's take a look at Sky's average last 10 or T20Is, or let's 15 or T20Is, and also take a look at what Shubman's done since he's been made to open in T20 cricket. How has he been performing? And I think if you've had a good 7, 8, 9, 10 games, then I think it's a good
Gill
enough.
had 10?
I'm just saying, depending, I don't know
Okay,
how many
yeah.
ever. We'll
Asia
have
Cup he had 5 or 6.
good enough sample size to see that. But again, talking about coming back from injury, Hardik Pandya, man, take a bow. It's as if he never left. Some of those shots, absolutely incredible. I told you at the start of the match, he's not a happy chappy.
He took out all that frustration.
He's going to take out his anger on somebody. Poor South African bowlers have had to really bear the brunt.
See,
of his sword.
he didn't look like he was back. Didn't look like he was coming back from injury. Looked like he was being workload managed, if anything.
Yeah, which he wasn't.
He wasn't.
It didn't feel like he had wood in his hand. It wasn't willow. It was as if he was wielding a sword out there. It felt like that. The way he was swinging it early on, I remember I was speaking with Shivam. Oh, first breakthrough, very, very well.
There you go.
Quinton de Kock, by the way, is one of those weird left-handers who, much like Yashasvi Jaiswal, tends to get very badly troubled by left-handers.
Yeah.
See, again, Arshdeep Singh.
See, that's why I was saying I give it, it's a below par total, right? But I give it a 50-50 because this bowling lineup is good.
Look at that. It's an
bowling
outgoing
lineup
delivery.
is good. This bowling
That's
lineup-
not even that. See, it's a good ball,
It's a good
but that's a
ball.
terrible
It's a
shot.
good ball, yeah.
That's a
It moved
terrible
away.
shot.
It moved
I
away.
mean, what could you, okay, one thing is to just not get tempted and play that drive. But if you went for a drive, you're not.
Then,
scared
yeah.
of that. It's a good ball.
I think this is a very good
yeah,
ball.
it is a good ball.
No, good ball.
It's very difficult for a batter for
And
you
it's
to
in that
leave this.
region, exactly.
Yeah, you can't be
Because in
leaving
there.
that.
It had
Yeah.
been a bit wider, I'd leave it.
Have to have a poke at it.
Yeah. Good.
But this is much like the de Kock I remember from last year.
That's what I'm saying. No, but in an Arshdeep, Bumrah and Varun, you really have 3 bowlers who can single-handedly.
Beautiful.
Exactly, match-winning bowlers.
Yeah.
Beautiful presentation of the seam there from Arshdeep. You knew, again, we benefit of slow motion. We could see that the ball was always going to move away from the batter. But poor Quinton de Kock, on a day that he makes himself available for the IPL auction, this is not a good advertisement for.
But he'll have enough games, no? 2 more games, I think. Yeah.
Two
auction, no.
Oh, yeah, 2 more games. Yeah, 2 more
Thursday and
games.
Sunday. Yeah.
11th
Thursday and
and
Sunday.
14th.
Thursday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesday is
11th,
the auction.
14th are the 2 games. 16th is the auction. So they'll get 2 games. He'll get 2 more games. This time. And with him, it's like that.
He got that century.
He's a moody chap, so one
He'll
day he'll
get
wake up in a
100.
mood.
He got 100.
He'll get 100.
in the ODIs.
Yeah, but T20 also he can get 100. That's the thing.
Yeah.
with-
Don't remind me. The one he has has come against KKR. I remember at 140. So again, I remember, and he's like that. Even last year, he had that one good performance where you're like, it was against
Guwahati.
RR. Yeah,
Guwahati.
yeah, it was against
Very
RR
tough
early
pitch, by
on.
the way.
Tough pitch, and he was making it look like it was effortless. And I'm like, where is this guy every game? Then he plays rest of the games, and you're like, my God, what is this the same guy batting? But
He goes to
that's
sleep. He goes to sleep.
he starts daydreaming about fishing probably.
Yeah, he does. He loves it.
Man loves his fishing.
We'll take a leave. It's going to be a good, exciting game. We don't want to miss any of it. And I'm sure you guys don't want to either. Post-match, we'll have enough time to dwell into. Okay. Dikshita is saying, while abusing Nitin, I tried to be misspelled as Nitin. It's okay. It's okay. That's fine. Dhanush is saying, Gambhir Test and Sky T20I careers same. Only 2 great years. Many didn't know about them after everyone analyzed their weakness. Exposed, overrated.
Oh, that's very unfair on both Gambhir and Sky.
Yeah.
Very unfair on both Gambhir and Sky. Sky could have had a much longer T20I career if he was called up and his form was very good in the IPL. He needed 3 good IPL seasons for you to then be considered. And then unfortunately also came in at a time when we were 10 decades behind when it came to our T20. These things are very unfair. Very unfair. Very
Okay,
unfair.
we can't take all your questions, but thank you. Do send those questions in the post match. We're going to be live, and that's a long live session that we do. So look forward to seeing you then. For the moment, from us, bye bye. See you soon.
Bye bye. Bye bye.